Alright guys, I'm back with another video. This is going to be about two topics. One is pretty important, the other is about some Hollywood stuff, which is obviously less important, but it's still kind of frustrating and so anyway, I'll get to that later. This is from the post-millennial. Facebook begins issuing disturbing warnings about extremism to users. People have started reporting that pop-ups have been showing up on Facebook warning them, quote unquote, that they've been exposed to extremist views or that people are worried about, are you becoming someone, is someone you know becoming an extremist? Here's a tweet from Kira Davis, the editor at Red State. She's asking if anyone else has had this pop up on their Facebook. A friend of hers has got this message twice and he's very disturbed. And obviously, I can certainly understand why. You got a message popping up saying, are you concerned as someone you know is becoming an extremist? Well, here, rat them out. Tell us. Tell us who it is. Is it your family, your friends? It doesn't matter. Tell us. Tell us all their names. Give us all their information because we want to ruin their lives, basically. And it goes on. Apparently there's two different messages that people are getting. This is a tweet from disclose.tv. The first one is the one I discussed earlier, and there's another one that says you may have been exposed to harmful extremist content recently. And so basically they want you to rat on your family and friends, but they also want you to just, hey, I was exposed to this thing I didn't like. It told me, facts and stuff I don't like. Or just had opinions I don't like. Well, rat them out. Tell us, and we'll take their stuff down. We'll stop their, or we'll ban their Facebook account, or we'll stop them from being hosted, or whatever steps we have to take, we'll deplatform them, as they say. And then there's there's more people talking about this, and they said that there's debate about whether these alerts are triggered by a bunch of algorithms or a trained complex neural network. It's likely both, but if I had to guess, I would say it's probably slanted a little more towards the algorithms, because certain sites are probably more likely to pop up on the algorithms because, they go against the mainstream news media. But, I mean, with it being Facebook, it's hard to say. It could be a complex neural network, of trained robots that they've been, that they've built just for this, to get you to rat on your other friends or your family or whatever. And it goes on to list some of these, Twitter people or Twitter responders they put up inside the Facebook support page, what it takes you to, and it has a big long list, reminding users that violence is against the law. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks for the newsflash. I had no idea. And it lists some things about what arguments do violent groups use to justify their violence and stuff. And it goes on. It says the new initiative appears to be a joint initiative of Facebook and a nonprofit called Life After Hate. And this is just a bigger version of what that other person was tweeting about. But yeah, I really, really do not like this. This is complete garbage. I don't want Facebook getting involved in this kind of stuff. Like I said, they have a never-ending quest to control every aspect of your life. They want to know who you're talking to, what you're saying, when do you say it, why do you say it, what news articles have you read. And the thing is that they want to do it not just on Facebook. They want to know everything about it. Even when you're not on Facebook. If you get on another browser or you get on another site, are you concerned that your family and friends are becoming extremist? And of course, in other words, all that means is that it's just holding any kind of views that the mainstream news media doesn't hold. At the time, of course, because the mainstream news media, they flip-flop all the time. They flip-flopped on the voter ID thing, because for a while there, they were holding the water for the Democratic Party, who was saying that it's Jim Crow on steroids. Now all of a sudden, voter ID, because most people are in favor of it, oh, okay, well, it's actually a good thing now. And things like that, and it's just garbage. It's just garbage. I'm not going to rat on my family and friends. I'm not going to rat on websites. Because most of the time what they consider to be extremist sites and things of that nature aren't extremist. To me, and I imagine most normal people, extremist sites would be ones that are calling for death of a certain group or certain people or whatever, those who are wishing violence upon others. That's an extremist group. Saying things like, I'm not going to use your pronouns. That's not extremist. That's not violence. That's ridiculous. Not me personally. My own personal opinion is if you ask me to use your pronouns, I'll try my best to. But if I don't, if I happen to not use your pronouns, it's not because I'm dehumanizing you or anything. It's just, but there's this huge conflation with Facebook and Google and all these other places that certain words are violence, and it's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up there on that and get to this Hollywood news story. And again, like I said, this is much less important, but it's still very frustrating. Anyway, there's an Alien TV series coming out. And the director, Noah Hawley, says his Alien series is not a Ripley story. Well, I've got no problem with that. Oh, and this is a tweet by Discussing Film, by the way. I've got no problem with this Alien series not being a Ripley story. That's cool. That's fine. I mean, I get it. No problem. But, and of course, it goes on and says, it will instead explore what happens when the inequality we're struggling with now isn't resolved. And then it goes on to say filming is eyeing to begin in spring 2022. Well, they can make it 2032 for all I care because I've lost interest completely in this TV series. I don't care. Now, I don't care what the main character is. Although we've heard that they're going with I think it's a Latina, it's a woman of color, and all that stuff. And there's still ways that they could have done it with, POC and all that kind of stuff, and it would have been great. That's it's cool because it's alien. It's not that hard. Hell, look at the original movies and stuff. But anyway, but trying to shoehorn in this, the inequality we're struggling with now isn't resolved. It's alien. What the hell does that have to do with all this human stuff? All I want from an alien movie or a TV show is we got a bunch of people who are being hunted by the xenomorph. They've got to escape. They've got to find a way to kill it, take it out. That's all. I'm not asking for some grand retelling of news clips and stuff. I don't want it involved with BLM or any of this other stuff. And I understand some people will bring up, because hell, it's happening right here in the comments. Some people will bring up, this doesn't sound like Alien. Isn't that a good thing? It's not that it doesn't sound like Alien. It's that it sounds like woke garbage, which is what this person here is saying. Activists using your favorite IP as a Trojan horse to platform their socio-political ideology isn't new. And as you can see, this person, I haven't liked this just yet. There we go. I'll like it because that is exactly right. It's not new, unfortunately. Then you got some people here trying to make it about, oh, this series isn't about inequality. It's not subtext. It's the goddamn script. It's like, yeah, but there's a difference between doing it well. Because, see, the whole thing is about when you're wanting to make this about, okay, well, this is going to be about the inequality we're facing and stuff. That tells me that the series, because it's a TV series, is going to be more about, hey, we're struggling. Maybe the main character is being. Actually, now that I'm remembering, I believe that the main character is a Native American woman, if I remember right. Because I remember hearing people talking about how it was going to be something about her tribe doesn't believe in, or maybe I'm conflating stuff. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. Here's another person, because that sounds like what everyone who tunes into an Alien series wants to see, except not. And this person says it, but that's what Alien has always been about. It, Now, I will say it depends on how they do it. If they have it ham-fisted, just crammed in there, and they start beating you over the top of the head with all this woke agenda stuff, you're gonna turn a lot of people off, right or wrong. Whether you say, well, hey, aliens always been like that, because people are just getting sick and tired of this. They're getting sick and tired of, as they say, whammon and POC and stuff, and misogyny, and the wage gap, and we got structural racism and all this other bullshit. People are sick and tired of every movie having that crap shoehorned into it. They're just tired of it. And go on, and I'm sure they could say, well, hey, well, they want to say the two kinds of people who watch Aliens. Oh boy, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, did you watch Aliens? See, and and this guy, he's you bring up somewhat of a valid point, but because again, as this person up here says, there's two different people who watch Alien or Aliens. A, oh boy, that was intense. Ha, good movie. Ellen Ripley's a badass. Or B, Wayland, it was the real monster. This movie is a warning against capitalism. Oh boy, I'm so smart and a good guy. Don't be beat. Exactly. So you can have your messages in your movies, but first and foremost, the movie needs to be entertaining. And one of the fundamental problems when people start talking about all this woke stuff is that it tells you that, hey, actually I haven't liked this tweet either. There we go. But it tells you that their focus isn't on a compelling story, interesting characters, well shot, well made, good special effects, all that kind of stuff. It tells you that their focus is on, well, let's check these boxes. Does it have enough women in it? Does it have enough, POC in it? Does it have a trans person in it? Does it have a gay person in it? Or enough gay people in it? Does it have non-binary in it? And all this kind of stuff. I have no problem with any of those groups I just named. Not at all. But the problem is when you focus so much on those things, you neglect the story, the characters, the dialogue, etc. And you can't do that and have a successful movie, or in this case, a successful TV show. I understand a TV show is different than a movie, so there can't be as much action and special effects and stuff. So I get it. So you got to fill the time. And so I'm kind of willing to give this a chance, but you'll be able to really tell from the trailer. They start filming in spring 2022. I mean, obviously it'll be next year, like probably late next year, when we start seeing a trailer for it. Oh, I don't know when the series is coming out, but we'll be able to tell a lot about the show and what direction they've gone in from that trailer. If the trailer starts cramming stuff in there about wokeness and inequality and everything, then you basically just throw your hands up and say, okay, I'm done. I don't want to see this stuff, because there's more important things. There are more than ever, more than ever. There's things competing for your attention. There's so many movies out there you can watch, so many TV shows, so many video games, comic books, whatever it is, or regular books, novels and such. There's so many things out there competing for your attention, competing for your entertainment dollars. Why in the hell am I going to give my money or my time to a series that doesn't even strive to be the best it could be? Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here before I ramble anymore. But you know the business. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.